What is going on, everybody? I'm Max Squad. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing the full review of the Samsung Galaxy J7 Crown. Stay tuned. With the J7 Crown, we have 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage. You have a Samsung Exynos CPU inside the device with 2 cores clocked at 1.59 gigahertz, and the other 6 are clocked at 1.56. Not that much of a difference, pretty much the same frequency, but slightly different. Now, out of the box, the device does come with Android 9 Pie with security patch July 1st, 2019. Other notable specs is the 720p display on the device, which is actually pretty crisp. It's not AMOLED, but it is vibrant, does look pretty good on the device. You have a 13 megapixel camera on the front and a 13 megapixel camera on the rear. They both are capable of shooting full HD video. So if you're a person that loves to shoot video, this device is for you. Taking pictures on the device isn't too bad. In daylight, you can come out with some pretty crisp pictures, and low light is where you want to stay away from because this camera is not the best when it comes to that. Another thing with this device is that with it having a 5.5-inch 720p display and a 3000 mAh battery, the device can get a good amount of screen on time throughout the day. One of the negative things about it is that it does come with micro USB for charging. You do get a headphone jack and of course a microphone on the bottom. You also have a micro SD card slot for expandable storage. And on the right side of the device, you do get your power key and the loudspeaker. Now on the top of the phone, you do get your noise canceling microphone, and on the upper left side of the phone, looking at the front, you do get your volume up and down keys. Now, one of the gripes about this device is that it doesn't have a textured power button, which is not a big deal because on the right side of the phone, that's the only button that is there. So you shouldn't have a problem finding it daytime, nighttime, whatever. Now, some people may call this ancient, but the device does have touch capacitive keys on it. You have a back key and then you have a multitasking key, but in the middle of those keys, you have a physical home button. And not too many devices these days come with a physical home button. A lot of phones used to have them, but now it's just kind of one of those things that are past. So if you don't like that, you probably want to stay away from this device. Now, when I first picked up this device, I got it on Black Friday for the sale, $40. I believe it was 40. I got this one and another device, and I couldn't pass it up because that price was too low. Now, is this worth the $40? Absolutely. It's worth more than the $40 I paid for it, but because around that time of the year, everything was on sale, you get it at a good deal. Now you can probably find this device on Best Buy, Walmart, probably for like $80, which is closer to what you should be paying for it, if not a little bit more than that. One of the negative things about this device is that it does not have quick charge. Now, I'm a person that has a lot of phones that are capable of using quick charge, but this device in particular isn't. So if you are a person that needs a phone that charges really quick, the J7 Crown will not be for you. Now, one of the things I mentioned earlier about this device is that it has a speaker on the side. Now, having a speaker on the side of the device is probably a little bit better than having it anywhere else if you're going to have a single firing speaker. Now, if you do want to have dual on the side and on the bottom, it's probably the best place to go, or even on the side and on the front. But in this case here, it's on the side. Now, it's not the best sounding speaker quality, but it does get pretty loud. And the fact that it's on the side means that you can't cover it unless you're holding the phone at an awkward angle like this. Then of course you can cover it. But most people will hold their phone from the bottom or from the back, and 9 times out of 10, your hand isn't going to be covering the side of the device here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the device does come with a Samsung Exynos CPU that is an octa-core chipset, and when it comes to doing everyday activity, opening up applications, bouncing around in internet applications, editing photos, watching videos, all that good stuff, the device performs extremely well. And one of the negative things about it is that it does have 2 gigs of RAM, but when it comes to spending a certain amount of money for a device, expectations have to meet that dollar. For example, if you spend $800 on a phone, expectations will be a lot higher versus spending $100 for a phone, or in my case, $40. So expectations have to meet where the dollar is. Another negative thing about this device is that it has 16 gigs of internal storage. Granted, you can expand the storage with the micro SD card by putting it in the device, and of course you have, external storage. Because I am a person that uses the camera on their smartphone a lot when it comes to shooting video, taking pictures. I'm going to use up a lot of space fairly quickly. Also, I have a lot of applications on my phone, so With my normal setup on Android here, I wasn't able to get all the applications that I wanted to get on the J7 Crown because it doesn't have enough internal storage. Don't get me wrong, I could have made something work, but I don't usually like to do that anymore because I have phones with much more internal storage. Another thing that I mentioned was that the device is not AMOLED or OLED or anything like that. It's only a LCD display. So you're not gonna get any of those dark colors that you'll get in an AMOLED display. But when it comes to watching, content on YouTube, Netflix, all that good stuff, you're not gonna be disappointed with the screen. One of the negative things about it is that it does have top and bottom bezels. Now that's the thing that we mention now because phones are made so differently now. Most phones that come out today usually have minimal bezels, if any at all. But in this case here, when the J7 came out, the device having top and bottom bezels was actually common. Positive things about the J7 Crown. You get a 720p display, you get 13 megapixel camera on the back, 13 on the front. You also get a headphone jack. You get a decent sized battery inside of it here. You get a nice Exynos CPU from Samsung, so performance is not going to be lackluster when it comes to this device. 720p display, 3000 mAh battery. You're looking at about 4.5 to 5 hours of screen on time depending on usage. Now if you're looking to kill this device extremely quickly or very quickly, then you can absolutely kill it before then. But in most cases, if you keep the brightness at a moderate level, based on your usage, it just depends on how you actually use your phone and what you need to get out of it. The device can last all day. Now with this Samsung Galaxy J7 in hand that I have currently, it's a total wireless model, and I have not had this phone activated on the network. So I can't tell you how the call quality is, texting with it, none of that stuff. I can't go into detail on that. But what I can tell you is that the device can connect to the 5 GHz Wi-Fi network or even the 2.4. Either one of those two, it's a great thing. Downloading applications, uploading things, all that is a breeze on this phone, and I absolutely love it. Now, as I said earlier, I paid $40, so I feel like I got a steal because I picked up the phone around a time of year where everything is on sale, and well, I love it. And the final thing I want to discuss here with the Samsung Galaxy J7 is the fact that it's pretty good or decent at gaming. So if you're a huge gamer on your mobile device, the J7 will probably be the device for you. Granted, it's not necessarily a thing that you look for when it comes to purchasing a phone, but it does have top and bottom bezels. So if you're playing a game on your phone, you actually have something to grip onto, which is a positive thing. So if you're playing a racing game, this is probably the perfect phone for you. But ultimately, that's going to be the end of this video here. Those are some of the things that I thought were key features of the Samsung Galaxy J7. So that is my full review. But Max Squad, let me know in the comment section below, do you think the Samsung Galaxy J7 Crown is still a device to get here, right now, in 2020? Let me know in the comment section below. But be sure to share this video with your friends and family and let them know that not all Android cameras suck. It is just not true. But until then, my name is Max Rock. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day, y'all. Deuces.